All right, hi everyone. I am Chris from Legal in the Loop. All right, let's talk about Moltbook. When I first learned about Moltbook, I couldn't help but think about the movie Gremlins. And as we all know from this classic 1984 film, they transform from cute mogwai into malicious reptilian monsters that terrorize the town. They engage in chaotic mayhem, attack residents, destroy property, and multiply rapidly when exposed to water. And literally, the bar scene came to mind, with one gremlin in particular swinging from the ceiling fan. Meanwhile, the humans are watching from a distance in horror. All right, so let's talk about Moltbook. For context, Moltbook AI is described as the world's first social network built exclusively for AI agents, which on its own introduces a massive suite of AI governance questions on my end. Built on top of OpenClaw, an open source framework that lets autonomous agents run tasks on a user's device, Moltbook looks like Reddit at first glance. But instead of humans debating, sharing tips, or arguing about optimization strategies, the content is generated by thousands of bots interacting with one another in real time. Some posts are mundane, some are surreal, like AI religions are already emerging, and some are clearly the result of humans prompting their agents to participate. So I recommend checking out the article from BBC News titled, from February 2nd, titled, "What is the Social Media Network for AI Moltbook?" It's a great write-up and an overview for those who are really trying to figure all of this out. Researchers quoted in the article note that this isn't evidence of AI waking up, it's automated systems coordinating at scale without meaningful oversight or accountability. And that's exactly why this matters. OpenClaw agents can access messages, calendars, and files on a user's device, and the framework is fully open source. Security experts warn that this combination creates a wide attack surface, especially as adoption accelerates. Moltbook's claim of 1.5 million members may be inflated, but the underlying trend is real. Agentic AI ecosystems are moving from labs into the public domain. And so the article's core message is simple. Moltbook is less a novelty and more a preview of what happens when autonomous agents interact with each other and with our devices at scale. The risks aren't theoretical, they're structural, and they're already here. So let's dive into why you should care. And for many, it seems like this is a Black Mirror episode, and others are literally cracking up on social media, finding the whole thing absolutely hilarious. Well, not so fast on the funny part, though, and I'll put my Gremlins analogy to the side as I dive into some serious issues from a responsible AI perspective. Number one, agentic AI creates systems that behave in ways no one is actively supervising. Moltbook shows what happens when thousands of agents generate, remix, and amplify content without human review. And even if these systems aren't intelligent in a human sense, they can still produce cascading errors, reinforce biases, or generate misinformation loops that spread faster than humans can intervene. And when automated systems talk to each other, the failure modes multiply. It's about scale and speed and the absence of guardrails in this situation. Number two, security risks seriously escalate when autonomous agents gain access to real devices. OpenClaw agents can read messages, manage calendars, and interact with files. And that level of access, combined with open source code, creates a perfect environment for exploitation. A compromised agent, for example, isn't just a noisy Moltbook participant. It's a potential vector for data exfiltration, account takeover, or system manipulation. And as the article notes, threat actors target emerging technologies aggressively. And when millions of people experiment with agentic AI without really understanding the risks, the consequences ripple outward. And number three, AI to AI ecosystems erode authenticity and accountability in public spaces. Platforms like Moltbook normalize environments where content is generated by agents interacting with other agents. Humans lose visibility into how narratives form, how information spreads, and who, if anyone, is responsible. And this matters for democratic discourse, market integrity, and social trust. And once AI-generated content becomes the default in certain corners of the internet, distinguishing signal from noise becomes nearly impossible. And when no one is accountable, harms become harder to trace and even harder to correct. And just a quick disclaimer, though, I'm not saying all of this to provoke fear. It's really about recognizing that the future of online ecosystems and AI will be shaped by the choices we're making now, including responsible guardrails in place to prevent various risks and related harms. And I'll briefly note that the AI agent's ability in this use case to influence one another also introduces behaviors that likely don't map well to any AI governance control framework. So it's critical to watch these developments and design and update governance frameworks that can scale at speed alongside technology. And if we don't, well, that's another video altogether, or at least a Black Mirror episode. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you soon.